By the end of this video, you'll have the exact frameworks that you need to add 5 figures to your offer in monthly recurring revenue in the next 60 days. Now, my name is Patrick Thomason. I'm the creator at createmrr.com. I'm going to show you guys the recurring frameworks that we actually use. A lot of you guys have been asking, what are these recurring frameworks? How do you use them in your agency? How do you help me, etc., etc., etc. So for those of you guys that don't know, my offer, I help you add $20,000 in new MRR to your offer in the next 60 days because I was able to do this for me and my clients. Now, really quickly here, who is this for? It's for agencies, coaches, and B2B business owners, a little over $6,000 a month. Now, this entire flywheel, it needs momentum to get started. The flywheel needs, it needs pressure. It needs money via ads, and it needs leverage. And leverage is going to be created through the form of money because we're on a time constraint here. If I'm offering you $20,000 new MRR in the next 60 days, obviously we're going to need some money to be put into this machine to get it started. This is not just relying on cold calls or cold outreach because that's unpredictable. It's slow. It's not consistent. And you don't know how many you can actually quantifiably sign. You don't know how many prospects you can actually, convert. Your cost per call is probably super out of whack unless you're doing this at scale. So firstly, how do we do this for business owners? The first thing we do is we decommoditize your offer and then we revamp your pricing. Now, a lot of times I just, somebody just hit me up on IG telling me that, their pricing was extremely commoditized. Basically, they were charging, a very, high ticket price, but their take home was about, 10-15% of that. And it was $8,000 to make 21K in rev. And it was kind of an entire mess. And so the first thing I would do with them simply is decommoditize their offer, then switch up their pricing structure. And the second thing we want to do is we want to optimize your offer for paid acquisition. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to have the exact framework and the exact steps that you need to add your next $15,000, $20,000, whatever it is, to your offer in the next 2 months. So you'll have the key steps. This is nothing special. This is nothing crazy. This is all you have to do. So we're going to be sending this traffic to a landing page. Now, the reason why a landing page is because you can track how many people view the page. It sounds so simple. It sounds so, whatever. But what happens on the landing page is the bread and butter. And that's what we really focus on in CMRR. What happens before the landing page is also the bread and butter as well. For instance, if you do not have the right paid traffic, targeting, copy, creative, whatever it is, to go to the landing page, you will only bring bad eyeballs, bad prospects, and then clients that you don't want to work with in the future to the landing page. But then it doesn't even matter if your landing page is good or not. They won't convert because the copy's bad, the structure is bad, the VSL is bad, whatever it is, the booking call funnel is bad. And so as much as I say landing page to paid traffic like it's easy, there's so many different misconceptions that people have wrong in their head as to how this actually works. So this has to be dialed in. And if you're watching this video, you're probably under $10,000 a month consistently. You're probably charging a mid to high ticket price. Your margins and time for fulfillment is probably huge. Your margins are probably low. Probably spend a lot of time per client. Your cost per acquisition is super, super, super high. So what we want to do here is we want to fix that. And we want to build you out a flywheel that makes it effortless for you to sign our clients pretty much on autopilot, like me. So with that being said, we will ramp up a newsletter, a daily newsletter. This has to be done for nurturing, proper nurture, paid traffic, YouTube nurture as well, Furious 5, and LinkedIn organic. So what I've figured out is these 5 methods of acquisition to obtain more prospects, which then hopefully convert to clients, is the best way to stack monthly recurring revenue. Now, I honestly was a LinkedIn GOAT a few months ago. I booked in over 70 qualified calls just using LinkedIn organic, I think back in June or July. And so that's really when I realized that LinkedIn for B2B is goated. Now, people have known that for a minute. That mixed with YouTube nurture, again, if you have a personal brand and a presence on YouTube just like me, you will go places, especially if it becomes accumulative over time and you continue to actually utilize your brand over and over again, day by day, effortlessly, mixed with paid traffic and a daily nurturing newsletter. And obviously you call the leads and everything that you have to do. This, you will make it undeniable that you sign, I would say, at least 2 clients a week, 100%. Like, once when this recurring framework model is actually pumped and going, there's no way that this won't happen. So with that being said, all this traffic is driven into your CRM, where we then nurture. So obviously text, calls, more newsletters, audits, trainings, videos, case studies, emails, personalized emails, offer drops, things like that. So that's where the nurture comes into play. Okay. Sales and fulfillment, as far as this goes, it's onboarding, SOPs, upsells, obviously our recurrent framework, CMRR's recurrent framework. And then for the fulfillment inside of CMRR, we kind of copy paste it to your business as well. You should have call reviews. You should have one-to-ones in your business, especially if you still need to learn your niche and your offer better. You should still have group calls as well. You should still, give out sales scripts and things like that. Basically, as far as all of this goes, this flywheel works for you once when you actually get it moving. Now, you might be asking, how do you get it moving? You get it moving by 80-20 in it, which is using the most leveraged task first. So paid ads and YouTube mixed with LinkedIn. Now, YouTube is a long form approach. It's a long-term game approach. Obviously, YouTube building up a brand doesn't happen overnight, but starting it helps the flywheel begin to move quicker. And then once you dump gasoline onto the fire through paid ads, people will then be directed to your YouTube, which then moves the flywheel quicker. And it will decrease your sales cycle. Have you ever wondered why you have so many prospects in the pipeline, but none of them are actually converting, or they're converting very slowly over time? It's because you don't have enough sales assets via YouTube videos, or you haven't shown up in front of their face more times than your competitors. And so you're falling behind in the sales cycle, which then leads to a longer sales cycle. So it's harder for you to sign clients. And then your cost per acquisition is now increased because you're lazy and you don't have the right systems in place. So what we do at CMRR is we build the entire recurring framework system as a service for you. I tell you exactly what to say in your paid ads. We run them for you, and then we manage them for you. So all the paid ad acquisition is done for you. YouTube nurture we do for you as well. I'd literally tell you, this is not a coaching program, but I tell you exactly what to post. I'm giving you this step-by-step guides as to how to sign your next, X amount of clients with whatever niche that you're in. The Furious 5 is something that we do where I build you customized email scripts and SMS scripts that we already have done for you to where you blast off to all of your prospects in the pipeline. This helps you get a quick win within CMRR. So if you obviously have, 5 or 10 people who you've spoken to in the last existence of your entire business, you would hit those people up, give them a one-time offer, have a little demo, little dummy run, sign them for, a discounted price, whatever it is, just to get some clients, get some testimonials, and actually get some more money to push that back into paid ads. Now, the reason why this is a thing, and you might be saying, what's holding me back from going and do this on your own? Again, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So it's like, I would tell anybody, if they have any questions, I'm giving out the free game here on YouTube. It's like, build out a, 1-2 creatives, and then run it to a landing page. You're like, okay, sick, that's perfect. And then you come back in like 2-3 weeks after you spent, $5,000, whatever it was, and you're like, this didn't work. It's like, because the messaging is wrong, the offer is not dialed in, your follow-ups aren't, automated in GHL or ClickFunnels or whatever that you're doing. You don't have any systems built out, and you're not saying the right stuff to the audience that actually resonates with them. You're targeting your audience, which is good in the paid ad, but you're not hitting them. You're not hitting their heart like you should be. And then you're actually repelling the good clients that actually want a higher tier service, which is not yours. So with that being said, this entire recurring framework is done for you. We guarantee you $20,000 in new monthly recurring revenue in the next 60 days when you join CMRR. Now, I think we're working with about 20 active clients right now. I have to add a few more from school because we just migrated from school to Slack. So we're working with about 20 active clients in CMRR currently. I want to show you guys this because this is something that you can do today in the business. If you're actually ready to do this stuff, booking a call. It's going to be the first or second link down below to join CMRR. I'm not going to give you an offer if you're not a good fit. I will give you a really good offer if I do think this can actually help you. But if you're not a good fit, if I don't think this can actually benefit you, I'll have no issue turning you down, because I don't want to have a bad rep to my name and serve a client that doesn't do very well. Then my brand gets tarnished because, a client doesn't perform well because I signed them when I was being greedy. So with that being said, this is the entire framework, and it comes down to everything from A to Z. You have to decommoditize your offer. You have to revamp your pricing structure. There's so many different things you have to do to get it ready and prepped for the flywheel to actually do its job. Then you have to pour the right gasoline into the flywheel to get it started. So it might look simple from here. I get it. It might look simple. Oh, it's just this XYZ. But I guarantee you it looks simple because the most simplest stuff are sometimes the most complex to execute. And you've probably been doing some sort of variation of this flywheel for a minute now, but it hasn't been working. So that should be enough proof of concept to understand that whatever you're doing is not working. And if you stay in this phase of churn and burn, you're only going to run your business down to the ground like even harder. Save the time, book in on a call. I'll shoot you over a one-time offer if I think it's a good fit. I promise you this is going to be a no pressure call. All I do is just present to you the opportunity of what this could possibly be like in your business, and then the desired result, which is 20K MRR in the next 60 days. With that being said, go ahead and book in a call. It's going to be the second link down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Marketing, nurture, sales, and fulfillment. We do everything for you, and you literally can just sit back and feast and get back to client fulfillment, take some sales calls, have a closer, have a setter, whatever it is. We provide all that stuff for you anyways. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope this video helped. And then that was my service. That's my product. A lot of you guys were concerned because I was not speaking about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.